It is Wednesday, August the 5th, 2026, and we've got the jet news you need. We got some exciting jet news. I'm Frankie from Flatbush. This is FSPN. Click the subscribe button down below if you enjoy this content. Now, you may be wondering, what are you talking about, Frankie? Well, this season for the New York Jets is, you might call it Operation Protect Geno. Because the history is that if you protect Geno Smith, then you get what we saw in Seattle, those type of years. And if you give Frank Reich, the offensive coordinator, that type of quarterback that Geno was in Seattle, then you will get a top 15 or thereabouts offense. So if we want a top half of the league offense, what we got to do, protect Geno. So then it would be very important to know what's going on with our offensive linemen, for example. Now, offensive linemen are, difficult to rate. You got your PFF grades, you got the eye test, and people have different opinions about things. But one of the best people to grade offensive linemen is Brandon Thorn. That's who's doing it here. We got it all. Got it all. We got it all right here. You can see. So he's got a brand new thing. This came out today, and it's ranking everybody. Here's the grading scale you can see right here. And, this is where they all stack up. Now, breaks it down by each position. So right tackle, you might say, well, we got a good right tackle. I wonder where he stacks up. Well, let's take a look all the way down here. And you can see right here, Armand Membu, fourth. Pretty good. This is a second-year player. He's already fourth. And Lane Johnson probably going to retire after the year. Maybe he'll be third next year. And we expect old Armand to improve even. And so we'll see what he can do. But, boy, that's good news. Brandon Thorn thinks he's the fourth best right tackle in the league. All right. Great. And we expect him to improve. So that's fantastic. All right. Now, right guard. Well, where's our right guard, Joey Tips? Well, you see John Simpson, 25th. And there he is, Joe Tips, 12th. That's not too shabby. We also expect him to improve. I remember last year was his first time full-time at guard. We had moved him around center, guard, all over the place. Well, now he's 12th. And we expect improvement from young Joey. All right, pretty good. So we got a 4 and a 12. All right, now center, okay, here's going to be, we're not going to rate too highly here. But let's say Myers, 23rd. I would think he's better than Jordan Meredith, but, who am I? And Schlottman. But still, all right, he's not the worst center in the league, and I would expect us to attack this in the draft next year significantly. And so there you go, Josh Myers. And that's our worst O lineman. Left guards. All right, we imported a new one this year. Parham, 28th. My personal opinion, I think he's a little better, but hard to argue. All right, so maybe we're a little weak there. Maybe we need some fortification. On the other hand, last we saw Dylan Parham, he was part of the worst offensive line in probably NFL history. How can you grade him properly when he's dealing with, a horrible people on the line with him? Nonetheless, all right, you might say, well, that's no good, 28th. All right. So we might need to strengthen that up in the draft as well next year. But then on the left side for left tackle, there's old Olu. So 13th. All right. So our tackle situation is looking pretty good. And that's the most important. Well, those are two key pieces to keeping Geno upright. Operation Protect Geno. That's what we got to look forward to this year. Operation Protect Geno. So we got the tackles. We got a pretty good guard in Tippmann. We expect all three of those to improve. And then, we'll get better at center, and we'll see if Parham can improve his play with a better line around him, which I think he can. But overall, good news. And also, it's not the Bible. That this is just Brandon Thorn's opinion. Okay, but he is, you know, if you're going to have somebody with some opinions about offensive line, you want Brandon Thorn's opinion. Duke Manyweather, Brandon Thorn, those are your two top opinion people when it comes to O-line. All right, so some good news for the Jets on this Wednesday.